Is the mic working okay? Yeah, you're good. All right, cool. Well, first off, thank you all for having me here. It's an honor, it's a privilege. I don't just throw that out. You guys are the first organization I'm talking to, and so I'm really, really privileged, to be out here tonight. A lot of people will ask me, first and foremost, okay, Dave, you're running for the Colorado House of Representatives, House District 61. First off, why are you running? And who are you? And I'll tell you this, 10 years military experience. I've got 14 years of teaching experience, most recently at Johnson & Wales University before it was closed last June. And that was a decision that the folks in Providence made for us. A lot of it was pandemic affected. And when I answer that question, why am I running? I want to bring objectivity and I want to bring common sense to the political process. I myself consider myself a very moderate, a very centrist Republican. And you gotta forgive me, I taught history, so I'm gonna probably go back in time here. When I talk about my Republican Party, it absolutely is 2022. But my historical Republican Party goes back to Dwight Eisenhower in terms of that influence. It goes back to Gerald Ford. It goes back to Nelson Rockefeller. It goes back to John Anderson. It goes back to the moderate wing of the Republican Party, which was inclusive, which was inviting, and which really worked for all people. And that's why I'm running. I want to bring that element to the State House. I want to bring that spirit of collaboration, of saying, hey, not all ideas from the other side are completely terrible. What can we do to tweak them? What can we do to see both sides of an issue, to really start bringing people together? And when you look at my district, which is out by Southlands Mall, that's about the best way I can really give you a milestone for that. My district has 28,000 independent voters, 18,500 Republican voters, and about 17,500 Democrats. And as someone who can speak to that, who can speak to the independent voter, who can speak to objectivity, to be able to see both sides of the issue, I think I'm the perfect candidate for my district. And I think I'm the perfect candidate for this time in 2022 in the state of Colorado. Colorado has a history of being libertarian in nature, has a history of being independent in nature, has a history really of leaning more towards Republican. And this election, this cycle, really we can turn the tide to get back to that historical Colorado. Because the last 6 years, Colorado has lost its way. And we need Republicans in the State House to balance out. And it starts with my district, it starts with the other districts. We need your help to come out here and support all Republican candidates. Now, in terms of my platform, clearly I support the Colorado Republican Party's commitment to Colorado. And that is talking about law enforcement. That is talking about crime. That is talking about increasing manpower, increasing funding, increasing training for law enforcement. It's also looking at the issues of fees in terms of small businesses. And fees is an interesting word. Fees is something that the Democrats like to use in the State House as a substitute for taxes. I call that the semantic two-step sidestep by Jared Polis, wearing a 10-gallon hat and picking a guitar. And so you don't have Alan Jackson singing, you got Jared Polis doing that. And so we need to really support our small business owners. We need to really make it conducive to actually attract small business and actually corporations as well. I also talk about academic transparency in the classroom and parents' rights and parents being able to choose the schools for their students and being able to have tax credits to follow them. I was a big proponent teaching at Johnson & Wales of academic transparency. And we need to get back to that to where parents know exactly what's happening in the classroom. They have more of a voice. Lastly, in the spirit of Teddy Roosevelt, if I could go that far back. I do believe in environmental stewardship. I believe that we need to start talking about environmental conservation, especially water conservation here in the state of Colorado. We are expecting, according to some real estate professionals, 5 million more people to come to the Front Range over the next 10 or 15 years. That's going to put a demand on our already, strenuous or strained water supply. We need to be talking about how to become more efficient with our water. So those are the reasons that I'm running. That's why I decided to throw my hat in the ring as a first-time candidate. And so I want to thank you all. I do want to mention, since I have hopefully just maybe a minute and a half, you all are the first to know this, and obviously those watching now, I am putting together a fundraiser. I just finalized it today. It is a murder mystery fundraiser. And you might say, murder mystery? Yes, I got 20 years acting experience. I've played characters like rough and tumble gunslingers from the Old West. And so that's what I'll be doing, on August the 26th. My professional actor friends are volunteering their time. This is an original script set in 1880s Creede, Colorado. And so it's very interactive. You don't have to worry about being a character. You'll be the audience that will help solve the mystery. But it will be taking place at Parker on Main Street in Parker, Colorado. It will be at the Deep Space event venue on August the 26th. We'll be getting information out to you. I promise you, if I'm going to do a fundraiser, I'm not just going to get up here and speak. I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you something that I've done 20-some years worth, and I've got trained experience from LA to Atlanta to Montgomery, Alabama. Hard to believe, but they have the Shakespeare Festival. They do good acting training down there. And obviously Denver, Colorado. So that's why I wanted to let you know about that. Thank you all for your time. Appreciate it. Thank you so much.